And welcome to the Red Hawk Sports Network. We are here for Montclair Men's Lacrosse back at Sprague Field for our home opener. We have the FDU-Florham visiting the Montclair State Red Hawks at home. Luke Sirianni joined by Ryan White. It's going to be a great game here for men's lacrosse. They've had an amazing first game and a good start to the season, Ryan.
They really have. Last week they defeated Penn College 16-6. And it's a team that lost a lot of veteran talent. You know, the McCreary brothers left a amazing legacy here with Montclair State lacrosse, and to be able to bounce back from that with new players and get a big win in the opener last week on the road as well is huge.
16-6 against Penn College to start off the season on the road. Not a bad start for Coach Matt Posque and crew. Started off Ryan Van Buchen, 5 goals. Senior midfielder Jack Cleary, 2 goals, 6 assists. Real impressive performance to start off the season, Ryan. We're gonna get you the lineups real quick because the game's about to start. We'll start with the visiting FDU-Florham Park. Number 1, Ryan Elbasuni. Number 3, Bud Schneider. Number 4, Nicholas Perillo. Number 8, Justin Perillo. Number 9, Zachary Van Zyl. Number 10, Nick Matthews. Number 12, Jarrett Dugenio. Number 22, Evan Myers. Number 30, Aiden Bond. Number 32, Kenny Ferris. And number 47, Tyler Perkins. For FDU, starting off 0-2. 2 rough losses here. Lost 15-10 against Albright to start their season, and then a 22-1 loss against Kane. They're really going to look to bounce back today.
They are, and it's going to be a tough one for them too because they have a lot of players that also graduated. But some of their key players to look out for right now are Jarrett Dugenio. He has 4 goals and 1 assist through the 2 games that they've played so far. And you also have Brandon Fabian, who had 38 goals last season, which was second on their team, and he's started off his season very well with 4 goals as well. I know the Devils have come in 0-2 with some couple of tough losses, but this is a chance to rebound against a familiar opponent, as both these teams played last year. And Montclair State was on the victory side of things, but it's 2 completely different teams, so we're just going to have to see how it goes in between the lines.
Jared Degenio, shout out Bridgewater from my hometown. We'll get you Montclair State's lineup real quick before the game starts here. We have John Crank, number 1, number 10, Brandon Shevins, number 17, Ethan Munier, number 19, Jack Cleary, number 24, Jeff Felter, number 28, Ryan Verbuchen, and number 33, Darren Mayer, and number 41, Patrick Bourque, and number 45, Ada Maxwell, number 50, Corbin Quintero. Everybody's on the field now, ready to go here at Sprague for the home opener. A little bit of a rainy day, but a good day for lacrosse.
It 100% is, and the weather's definitely going to play a factor here. Slick field, slick ball. It's going to be interesting to see how these 2 teams go, and it's the home opener for the Red Hawks. It's a big year. In dating back to last year, Montclair State went out against the national champions in the conference semifinal. So looking back at it, and seeing what Salisbury did after Montclair State got knocked out and had their season ended by them, it's got to feel good to at least, not necessarily good, but it helps to know that your season got ended by the best team in the country.
So ready for the game to start here. All the players are on the field. And, Ryan, you brought up weather conditions. Brandon Shervins and goalie Kenny Forrest are going to have a rough day here with some bounces. We're underway. And we see John Crank reset for the Red Hawks. And remember, in lacrosse, quick substitution, so we're already seeing guys change and step on the field for the first time. Here's Cleary. Evan Monier. We'll send it over to number 15, Jackson Simons, who just checked in. Good defense here to start from FDU. Simons over. Montclair working around the goal. John Crank being nice and patient for the Red Hawks so far. No hurry.
FDU staying very compact defensively. Good shot for the Montclair State Red Hawks, just too wide.
Verbuchen there was over the top on that shot. Good chance, though, and that'll be the first shot of the game. They're going to have many more opportunities. Just a reminder, we have 14 minutes left to go in period number 1. We'll keep you updated on the time clock here, as our stream's having some difficulties. Montclair doing a good job. Shot coming and a goal. Jackson Simons opens up the scoring here at Sprague Field for the Redhawks.
That was a great opening minute for Montclair State. And right there, Verbuchen went with the fake shot attempt and dished it to his left for a great look and a great conversion there. 1-0 Redhawks.
Big time goal there for Montclair State. And Jackson Simons didn't start the game, immediately comes in, makes an impact. That's what I'm talking about. Good way to start off here on a rainy day.
And to do it right away, assert yourselves and get the lead immediately, basically on your first possession, is huge.
Not too bad. That was, I'm going to check his goals. I think that was his first goal in the year. Yep, that's his first goal in the year. Good start for Jackson Simons, the midfielder sophomore from Pennsylvania. Here come Montclair again on the attack. Brandon Lewandowski. Poked away. And now we see FDU try to start their possession here. They lose it again, and Montclair will retain.
Jackson Simons as a freshman had 4 goals last season, so interesting to see how he improves off that into his sophomore season, getting his 5th goal early on.
He's on pace to break it at this rate, right, if he keeps it up. Montclair still working it around. Ethan Morner. Brandon Lewandowski now. Super patient from Montclair. Just no hurry, especially now you're up a goal. Control the game.
Taking their time, passing it around the outside, waiting for their moment to attack inside. We see Jackson Simons just moved into the middle.
Lewandowski again getting a lot of touches as a freshman here for Montclair State. Scored his first goal of the year on the road. Another shot coming and great save by FDU. Ball still loose and it ended up being controlled by Kenny Ferris. Good big time save there.
The reaction time by Ferris was just ridiculous. That was a point blank shot, and to be able to block it and catch it at the same time, it's remarkable.
Jackson Simons continues to keep the foot on the gas with a nice steal there. He's been controlling the game so far. He's going to be a tough one to stop this year for opponents. Ethan Mornier around the 35. Yeah, no reason for Jackson Simons to come off the field here for coach. I mean, scored the first goal, had a steal there, now continuously controlling the offensive possession. Keep him on the field as long as you could.
He started off quick, and the sophomore is looking to impress early.
There's Ryan Verbuchen. Ethan Mornier working it around. Up to the top, John Crank. Way to protect the ball there. Montclair will keep it. It's going to be a long game for FDU. I think their game plan is going to have to be defensive here. Montclair scores a ton of goals on you if you give them the chance. But this is how Montclair rolls. They'll just keep wearing you down. And another goal for Montclair State to bring the lead to 2-0 now. Believe that was scored by number 19, Jack Cleary from Branchburg, New Jersey. He had 2 goals in the opening game and has another one today. 3 goals on the year, 6 assists in game number 1. He's starting off on fire.
Great way to open the season at home, up 2 goals very quickly. This attack right now is clicking on all cylinders and making passes very accurately, and it comes with patience too. When you're able to pass around the defense and wait for your opportunity, you get open looks, and that's what Montclair State's doing right now.
Montclair lead 2-0 with under 11 left to play in period number 1. FDU find themselves trailing early on here at Sprague. First time we see FDU not in their half, in the opposing half. We'll see what they could do with it.
It was a great job by Jira Diana winning that face-off at midfield to get their first real possession here. See if FDU can capitalize.
Anthony DiGiamaco trying to get past the Montclair defender. Good juke move there. And physical defense from Montclair. Oh, what a hit there from Corbin Quintero. And Montclair now on the counter. Awesome team defense.
Yeah, Luke. Quintero and I think it was Bork laying the shoulder down and showing their physical presence on the defensive end.
Aiden Maxwell working it around, and it'll go out of bounds here. Awesome hit on the other side, though. Montclair gave FDU maybe 10 seconds of offensive attack, and after that, cut it off real fast.
They did, and they sent a message early, right? That's what that looked like.
Luis Azara over to Cody Cooper. Still Cooper. Flips it back. Shot coming from Azara, and it was deflected. Good defense there from FDU there.
Yeah, I think that was Patrick Kenny for FDU getting the stick way up in the air and affecting that shot. Great defense.
So the Devils managed to hang on here a little bit longer. Still down 2, though. Azara over. Another shot coming, and goal number 3 for Montclair State. Cody Cooper this time. The sophomore midfielder from Newton, New Jersey, makes it a 3-goal lead here from Sprague.
And it comes off of another Verbuchen assist, just dishing it right into the middle for an easy score. Great positioning, too, by the sophomore Cooper. And he also had to finish. It's not easy to finish, and put it into the back of the net. Great stuff.
Montclair continuously with that offensive game plan, wearing the defense out, moving the ball around, and then having one chance to take it, and they always have that right shot. They wait for the right moment. And they got 80 seconds on the shot clock every time, so they have some time to really work it around and find a good look. And so far they've done it 3 times, and I don't think they're done just yet. FDU playing real physical here. And well done from Novak to get out of that one.
FDU is going to have to do something to really ramp up the pressure here on defense. Make these ball controllers really think about their passes and disrupt their game plan.
It's going to be tough now. They really need a miracle, and there's plenty of lacrosse left to go here. It's going to be a long game for them if they don't get something going fast.
Because looking back at their last game, losing 22-1 against Caen University, who's a team that Montclair State's very used to, and actually beat last season in the final regular season game to clinch the 4 seed. Montclair State and Caen usually have great battles, so it's going to be interesting to see if Montclair State can do something similar to FDU as what Caen did.
Good moves there from Mornier, and now we see John Crank behind the goal trying to get something started here for the Redhawks. Brandon Lewandowski sends it over to Jackson Simons. Here he is again. Simons, bounce shot, super good save there from Kenny Ferris. Could have been a goal number 2 for Simons.
Yeah, Simons took off down that left-hand side and had a lot of space, but it was Ferris in goal getting the foot save.
Montclair again, foot on the gas. Another shot coming and a goal. Goal number 4 of the day. Goal number 2 for Jackson Simmons. He just keeps on dominating here.
Unbelievable from Simons. I mean, he keeps getting into the central area, and that time he showed off a little pump fake and then shot it into the bottom left corner. Just a laser shot.
Montclair continue to dominate on the offensive side here, and Jackson Simons doing a great job today. Almost had a goal earlier on, didn't happen, and that didn't stop him from responding there a play later to keep it. Now we see David Driscoll checking into the game, senior out of Bridgewater, New Jersey. Final ride for Driscoll. Jack Cleary working on it.
Once again, Montclair State winning the face-off, and that's where possession starts. So FDU is going to have to do a much better job at the beginning of each possession and winning that possession.
Shot coming, bounce shot didn't get to go there. Ethan Mooney tried to sneak it past Ferris. That time it was a little wide right. I like the idea though. At this point, you could take more gambles if you're Montclair State. Up 4 goals early on in period number 1. About 7 minutes left to play in the first. And right now, all Montclair State, the Devils, have yet to find a response here. Verbuchen swings it over. Little miscommunication on the pass to Simmons. It'll go Devil's way. But again, Montclair could afford that.
Big defensive stop, though, for FDU. Now it's time to see if you can get in a rhythm. Pass the ball around and try and work your game.
We'll see what FDU could do here on the attack. And Justin DeGenio starts it off for them. Still DeGenio. And awesome defense again. Montclair State. That was swatted away by Darren Mayer. And Montclair on the counter now. John Crank. Through the stick of Jack Cleary. That pass could have led to another goal maybe.
It could have. He had Crank down the left. It was Montclair State had numbers, and it was also William Burge coming down the right side as well if Crank would have completed it.
Could have been goal number 5 for the Redhawks. Not that they needed it, but it could have been nice for them to maybe have an even better cushion on their opponent here. Timeout from Coach. We're going to see a quick break. I mean, Ryan, FDU right now just trying to find something, but every time they cross that 50-yard line, the Redhawks are all over them on defense.
Yeah, there's been a couple times where the Devils have won possession and tried to work their way up the field, but the man-to-man defense right now for Montclair State, they're harassing FDU every single time. Specifically, Darren Mayer and Quintero had a big defensive stop as well a few minutes ago. Defensively, Montclair State looks extremely sound, and as well on the other side. And I'll go back to it again. It starts in the middle at the face-off, and right now Montclair State is really controlling that battle. FDU is really going to have to improve in that area to be able to get more possessions to cut into this lead.
Yeah, you're right, Ryan. Every time they cross the half-field line, it's either they've only crossed it twice. We've seen a major hit from Corbin Quintero, and then we saw a great defensive play from Darren Mayer. Both times they crossed that line, they didn't have any time to breathe. Total opposite, though, for the Redhawks, right? They crossed the 50. They're moving the ball around really slow, taking their time, and being very patient for waiting for a good shot. And so far, it's played in their favor.
They are, and looking at the numbers right now, Montclair State has won 4 out of the 5 face-offs so far, just for 1 for FDU. And there's 10 shots for the Redhawks compared to only 0 for FDU. The Devils have really struggled to get anywhere near the goal right now. It's going to take a lot of different. It's going to take a different game plan right now. Something has to change.
I'm intrigued to see what Coach Pat Scarpello does of FDU. 21 years as a coach of the men's team here.
You think you'd know a thing or two after 21 seasons, right? Let's see what he's got.
Right, and he's the winningest coach in history for the program, 150 wins.
Exactly.
But again, he's starting off 0-2, and he's on the way to being 0-3 on the year. So I'm interested to see, what his adjustments are, what his game plan is. We'll find out shortly. Back here on period number 1, 6 minutes left to play. And FDU now will start the attack. To Giacomo. Swings it over to Bud Schneider. Nicholas Perillo. Trying to get something started at the 20. Slipped on his own feet and ended up cleaning up his possession. Good pressure, though, from Will Grinch of Montclair. Justin DeGenio swings it over. Back to Perillo. Nicholas Perillo got really close to the goal, their closest of the day. And I don't know how many more chances they're going to get. I don't know how many times the Redhawks are going to let that happen again. Not many. DeGenio, nice spin, an even better hit from the Redhawks. They're going to call a flag, though. It might have been a shot to the neck on Will Grinch, but listen, I love the physicality early on, but he's going to have to sit out for a bit.
Yeah, that was a huge hit from Grinch, but if you're Coach Pasquet, you've got to love the intensity and defense right now. 0 goals allowed, and you'll take a foul in that area of the field as well. So for this possession, Nicholas Perillo is doing a great job of controlling it and trying to set some offense here. He was their leading assist man a year ago in terms of returning players at least.
Easy penalty call for the official, but again, Montclair setting the tone here defensively. Letting FDU know, listen, you cross our half field, we're going to be all over you, and we're not afraid to hit We've seen that so far. We'll see what FDU could do now on the penalty kill. Perillo up to the top. Bud Schneider swings it over to Anthony DiGiacomo. So now FDU could be a little more comfortable. They have the momentum going for them. They have their first real attack of the day. Got to get something going before the end of period number 1, though, if they want a chance here. DeGenio back over to Schneider. Awesome movement there. First shot coming and a goal. Evan Myers leads it off for the Devils. It is 4-1, but that might be just what FDU needed.
That was great play. They stayed patient, passed it all around. At the beginning of the possession, Perillo got challenged a couple times by Grinch, got the foul. They stayed composed and broke through for the first goal today, 4-1, and FDU's right back in it.
That was a Montclair type of offensive play there. Using the possession to their advantage, taking their time, and waiting for a good shot. And FDU played that perfectly. And now you wonder, was that because of the penalty on Grinch there? But anyway, you got to move on. Montclair still lead by 3 goals, but all of a sudden there's some life here for the Devils.
For sure, and that penalty definitely changed things up. It gave them a great position to move closer to the goal. Here they are again.
Luke Duggan, follow-up shot. Wow, what a save from Brandon Shevins. That would have been a big goal, and 4-2 would have been a lot better than 4-1. That could have been a very dangerous play.
That was massive. FDU controlled the face-off and got a one-on-one opportunity right down the center of the field. Good stuff from the Devils here in the last minute.
Carter Finnan checking into the game. Got his first touch there, as you saw. FDU almost wasting no time, though, stacking up a goal number 2. It was very close to happening. But that was an incredible save from the Redhawks there. Rebukin. Over to Cleary. Montclair is no longer safe. 3-goal lead isn't too much in lacrosse. There's a lot of scoring in the sport. 4 goals, I would say, are safe, but they don't have that 4-goal lead anymore. About 3.5 left to play in period number 1. Montclair lead 4-1 right now. Here's Ryan Harper. No, excuse me, that's my apologies. Luis Azara. Cody Cooper. Thought about a shot, ended up resetting it though.
5 seconds left here on the shot clock.
Got to get something off here. And the Devils capitalize on that one. That was a good defensive showing there from the Devils. Shot clock violation. And that was, hats off to FDU. That was some team defense right there.
And that timeout is ending up paying dividends right now. FDU looks much better coming out of that timeout. They just put up their best defensive possession as well as their best offensive possession a couple of minutes ago. Let's see if the Devils can keep it going.
Cleary absolutely met up by Ryan Ebasani. Awesome defense there from the Devils. Montclair keep it though. Verbuchen on the outside near the 20. Shrugs off a defender. Bounce shot goal. Awesome goal from Ryan Verbuchen. And never a doubt, Montclair lead by 4 now.
Verbuchen gave the move that he was going right. And what a powerful shot from deep range, too. Verbuchen picking up right where he left off last week, getting the goal in this first quarter, but what a shot.
The bounce shot worked in the favor of the Redhawks there from Verbuchen. Again, we talked about the rainy conditions, and maybe that could have played a part. The ball skips really fast on the turf.
And once Verbuchen loads up a shot like that, like he pulled that one all the way back. So much power on it, it's going to be very difficult to stop, especially with an open lane as well.
Just to give you perspective on how rainy and wet it is out here. I was on the way here, and Montclair was warming up, and somebody hit a shot. It bounced on the field, over the fence, hit a random car on the street. If that doesn't tell you how wet it is out here, I don't know what will.
The conditions are definitely a huge factor in this one.
Montclair looking for goal number 6 now. You saw Jackson Simons moving in. He's looking for that hat trick. John Crank swarmed by number 14, Aiden Ojawari of the Devils. Cleary's going to reset. Aiden Maxwell, shot coming, good save there. Awesome save from Kenny Ferris. That could have been goal number 6. Montclair continue to have success on the offensive front.
Yeah, that was a great save, but I like the attempt from Maxwell. He used the spin move to get his right side of his body free to be able to launch that shot. It's a good look.
Aiden Bond taking up through midfield, crossing through 2. And he'll dump it off to Nicholas Perillo and take a break on the sideline. So FDU only have 4 up front here. Well, now they have 6. They have 2 subs coming in. We'll see what they can get done here. Montclair, though, playing that awesome zone defense that we're looking at right now. DeGenio over to DiGiacomo. Montclair is not going to give you any room. You're going to have to make a perfect shot. That goal that they had before was an example. But it's not easy to get through this defense.
It's going to take a couple of quick decisions to really break them down, and that time FDU just throws it away.
Yeah, Nicholas Perillo right across the goal. Had the idea, was looking for that far post, just shot it a little wide. And we have under a minute left to play now in period number 1. Another shot. Nicholas Perillo once again, this time wide the other way. He's getting real close.
I like the idea from Perillo. Stay aggressive, put shots on goal, and he was in a good position there.
Good hit there from Montclair State. Corbin Quintero again. 2 major hits on the day for him. And Montclair will get possession again. This defense is awesome. Real physical. Ethan Mornier swings it over to Cleary. Cleary will switch it over to Brandon Lewandowski. Back to Cleary. 15 seconds left in the first period. Lewandowski thought about it, hesitated, still has it, it's poked away, and Ryan Elbasuni will keep it, and he is on a breakaway. There is a penalty flag out. And the first period has come to an end. Montclair State lead 5-1. Started off 4-0. FDU responded real quick. Actually almost responded with 2 goals. But Montclair State with a later goal by Verbuchen putting themselves back in that comfort zone, Ryan.
Yeah, they did. Montclair State began this game very hot, getting out to 4 early goals, and it looked like they were going to run away with it, but as that timeout came and the middle of the quarter approached, FDU kind of flipped the switch, played a bit stronger on defense, and got their goal. It was a lot more even in the second half of that first quarter. So if you're FDU, looking back at the end of it, you've got to be able to bring some momentum into the second. And if you're Montclair State, you did just have a dominant first opening quarter. Keep it going. The ball movement has been great, but the thing that has really popped out to me is the man-to-man defense. Every time FDU is down on the attacking side, Montclair State is winning the 1v1 defensive battles.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, they are. I will give credit, though, to the Devils. Coach Pat Scarpello, whatever he changed at that timeout did work temporarily for FDU. They had that response. They had that good goal, being down 4-0, made it 4-1. That play was absolutely perfectly executed, and then almost had 2 goals back to back. I'm wondering if they can get back to that type of that pace, because at the first half of that first period, we saw no attack from FDU, but towards the second half of it, we saw them wake up a bit.
100%. Now we have a new 15 to see if they can keep it going. It's going to be very interesting going in. It's still early in the season. These games are going to be what boost you for the rest of the season.
Well, Montclair, so far they only played 1 game, but we'll go over it anyway. They're outscoring opponents right now 16-6, 53-29 shots. This is actually all first game stats because that's all we have to give to you for this year. But beating their opponent in every category. Again, only the first game, but they're on pace to do it again today. We'll see what happens. Period number 2 underway, 15 minutes left to go. Perillo will shoot it back over to Snyder. Montclair will back up and defend the goal. Evan Myers swings it back. FDU start off here with good possession. Control the ball. Jarrett DeGenio. Shot coming from the Devils, and that was a big mischance there from Anthony Giamacco. He had a goalie. He had Shivens one-on-one there and missed it wide.
Yeah, on that right side, Como had a great opportunity, put a lot of power into it, just off the target. Gonna need to convert those chances to cut into this lead because they have not come often.
FDU almost snuck it in. And how about the stop there from Shivens? That could have been a very nice goal for FDU. And Montclair State, Will Ginch right off the penalty, coming back in and making a difference here. Shot coming a little bit wide there from Jack Crank. Again, though, Montclair on that counterattack, really, really close.
Yeah, the counter was beautiful. The speed from Grinch to just take the ball and really sprint down the middle of the field got the Redhawks in great position. And cranked that one just over the bar.
13 and a half left to play in period number 2. 5-1 Montclair State Redhawks here. And wondering if they can make it 6. Ooh, that was really close. Shot there from Jack Cleary. Tried to bounce it like Verbuchen did on that goal. Didn't work in his favor, but again, very, very close and a good opportunity. Verbuchen works it back. He'll reset to Evan Mornier. Brandon Lewandowski. Bounce pass coming, and another goal for Montclair State. This time, Ethan Mornier puts himself on the scoreboard today. Montclair leads 6-1, and back to that very comfortable state in the game. They're back. 5-goal lead. You got to be feeling real good right now.
Yeah, Montclair State just looks comfortable out there at the start of this second quarter, keeping the passing going, and the defense has been stout as well to start it. They're picking up right where they left off.
No reason to not keep the foot on the gas, though, of course, because you never know. FDU last time responded well, but maybe it wasn't good enough. Montclair doesn't look pleased yet. They're still on the attack. Verbuchen working behind the goal. Finds John Crank, and he'll send it right back. Carter Finan. John Crank again. Good defense there from Tyler Perkins of FDU. Here's Cleary. Cleary shooting, firing, and wide right. Again, though, Jack Cleary continues to find success here.
Yeah, he does put a move on, I believe it was Elbacioni defending him.
And another goal for Montclair State. Goal number 7 on the day. They continue to stack it up. Luis Azara logging one in for the Redhawks, and they have a 7-1 lead. You got to start wondering, is the game over yet? It might be.
Yeah, that time Azara gets into phenomenal position right in front of goal. Can't miss from there almost. Azara converts the finish, puts Montclair State up 6, and yeah, Luke, you're right. If you're FDU, especially coming off such a massive loss against Kane and facing a similar team in Montclair State, being down this big already is something to think about. Just how do you come back from this once again?
You just gotta hope for a miracle. There's a lot of game time left to go, though. We still have 2 more periods after this one, so maybe something positive to look forward to if you're a Devil here, if you're a Devils fan. Another shot! Wow, that was an amazing goal from number 7, William Burge. Top left corner snipe. You see all the guys on the bench doing the sniper with their lacrosse stick. That was a great goal. He really found that top left corner.
Burge, wow, what a shot. the amount of speed that he got on that shot was just remarkable. Top left corner, the accuracy, amazing. And to start this second quarter, it's been all Montclair State. They're just pouring it on FDU now.
8-1. Montclair continue to step it up here in period number 2. FDU is going to have to find a miracle now. Now we wonder, can Montclair get to double digits on the scoreboard before the period ends? I think they could. Wouldn't surprise me. Shot coming again. Oh, almost goal number 9 on the day. Lucas Novak that time soaring it a bit high.
That was a great sequence from Novak. He battled at midfield for that face-off possession. Ended up winning it after putting it back into his own side of the field, but great attempt.
Brandon Lewandowski checks back in along with Jackson Simons. 2 guys that have had a good day so far. John Crank near the 25 will send it back to Lewandowski. Over to Cleary. Jack Cleary with the nice moves. I made it look super easy there, finishing it on the low hand. 9-1 Montclair State. And, man, the goals keep on pouring in.
This second quarter has been insane by the home team here. Cleary putting the moves on the defenders, going in and out, getting all the way in front of goal for an easy finish. Cleary with a wonderful play right there.
Goal number 2 on the day from the senior out of Branchburg, New Jersey. He's going to be one to miss next year for the roster here. But again, Montclair keeps showing that they have a deep roster. We've seen a lot of different scorers today, and I don't think they're done just yet. David Driscoll wins the faceoff. Aiden Maxwell. Verbuchen almost snuck it in again. And DeGenio will try to get it up. Another great hit from Montclair State there. That was, this time, Mayer getting it on the action. Or I'm sorry, that was Aiden Maxwell on the hit, along with Mayer.
And as soon as DeGenio collected that ground ball, he got cracked to lose possession.
Cleary, once again, another goal. Goal number 10 on the day. Jack Cleary with yet another snipe.
That first quarter for Montclair State was impressive, but this second quarter is much more impressive. It's only been a few minutes, and Montclair State has put up 5 goals, I believe, already. Cleary with 2 of them, and 2 rockets into the top left corner early here.
Jack Cleary with a hat trick now. 2 goals in about 2.5 minutes, not even. And we have under 11 left to play in period number 2. This one is going to be a long period for the Devils.
And for FDU, they're not doing too much wrong defensively. I mean, Montclair State has gotten into great positioning, but the shot making has been really good in this quarter and from deep range.
Jack Cleary, another shot, and that was going to be his 4th goal. But how about the save from Kenny Ferris to keep it out?
Cleary went for that same area, top left, almost got it. Ferris said, not this time. Fool me once, fool me twice, not the 3rd time.
At some point, you're going to be learning, right? That was a good save from Ferris. FDU right now needs better defense, and John Karank almost snuck that one in on the right side, a little bit wide. Montclair won goal number 11. And I could feel it brewing.
Yeah, they are remaining on the gas pedal right now. You can see them right now. It's Cooper being aggressive inside.
Shot is wide through the uprights from William Burge. And at this point, I mean, Montclair could just, now's the time to test different things out, I think. If you're Coach Pasquet, you could bring in different guys, try different lines, get everybody in on the action today. Give your freshmen some more experience. Another great save from Kenny Farris.
Yeah, give your freshmen good experience with a big lead is something that you could do. And Benjamin Garfinkel wrote a season preview for the lacrosse season, and interesting quote from Matt Pasquet regarding the team. He said, you look at the past, you try to build on something, but you also realize it's a whole new fresh team out here. And we do have a lot of fresh faces out here, some new faces, some young faces. So, it's a whole new team. It's going to take some time. And with a lead like that, with a lead like this, it's going to give you an opportunity to see what a lot of these new faces can do.
Yeah, now's the time to test things out, and maybe not yet. Just keep playing through the second period. But once you get to the third, if you have a comfortable lead, maybe now's the time to try new things. Schneider, whistle's called. It'll be a turnover. Montclair will take over. Aiden Maxwell has a lot of room to work with. He's going to send it up to his teammate, Mayer. Mayer with the long stick. What a shot. Goal, Montclair State. And the goals keep on pouring in for the Redhawks non-stop. It's hard to keep up.
It really is. And that time, I've got to point out FDU's defense on that possession, because allowing the Redhawks to just easily just kind of walk up the field like that is not what you want to do right now, because the shot making from range has been very accurate. So if FDU can put more pressure on in the midfield and make it more difficult to get closer to the goal, I think it would better their chances defensively. But allowing the Redhawks to just almost walk into their goal is not working.
No. That's the last thing you want to do is give up here. But FDU, it's tough to keep your head in the game now. You're down by 10. It was a 3-goal game a few minutes ago, but we're in a very different place as of now.
And on the other end, if Montclair State is losing possession, they're immediately putting pressure on whoever's controlling the ball. Where on the other side, FDU is kind of backing off and sitting back. I think ramping up their defensive pressure could be huge.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for FDU. You're right, even when they steal it and go the other way, they're immediately packed out by the defense. Little miscommunication there to find Jack Cleary. But again, Montclair now, all these mistakes are okay as of now with the goal cushion you have on your opponent here. Good pass to Luke Duggan. He's got a lot of room to work with. Duggan will send it over to Rob Lucherski. And we're going to see another timeout. And now you got to wonder what's up the sleeve of Coach Pat Scarpello from FDU. I wonder what his opportunity is. He's probably going to push more guys forward regardless. And now, at this point, if you concede more goals, it happens. You got to get back in this game on the offensive front.
Yeah, the plan right now for FDU has got to be just get a few goals before halftime, cut into this lead just a little bit at this point. 7.5 minutes left. Regroup at this timeout and really put together a couple of defensive and offensive sequences that can mesh together and put you back into this one. Looking at for Montclair State, though, it's been a collective performance. Simons with 2 goals, Munier with 2 goals, Cleary with 2, Verbuchen 1, Mayer 1, Azaro 1, Cooper 1, and Burge 1. So everyone's scoring today for the Redhawks. It's a team effort offensively.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough halftime break for FDU. I'm sure now it's probably tough in the huddle too, but still got 8 minutes to go roughly for the Devils and Montclair State in half number 1, period number 2. That is. Yeah, you just got to come out and really play tough now. Just leave it all on the field. Montclair's got to feel pretty good right now. But again, same with them. They're not going to let up on the gas. I know that for a fact.
For sure. And for FDU, something I would like to see more of is Brendan Fabian. We haven't said his name too often so far today, and he's one of their premier players. He has 4 goals so far. He had the most shots as a returning player from a season ago, most points, most goals. I mean, there he is, number 12, and he's been quiet today. FDU's going to need him. Excuse me, not number 12. 17.
Back here from Sprague, and we're back into the game here on period number 2. Jarrett Eugenio will start it off for us. Eugenio working to the 10 and swings it over to Evan Myers. Montclair tried to poke check it, didn't get it to go. FDU will still have it now behind the goal, but closing in the space. Well done from Jeff Felter. FDU trying to get something going. Another big hit there from Montclair State. Will Grinch this time on the hit. And a little trip from Shevins doesn't stop him from getting that one out. Great job.
Great heads-up play. Doesn't let himself trip and affect how he passed that one.
And another goal for Montclair State. John Crank with another low-hand finish, and Montclair on the counterattack continue to be dangerous. We have a 12-1 lead for Montclair State. I think this one's just about over, Ryan.
John Crank catching that one. Looked like he was using a post move on that one with his back towards the goal. Spins really quickly and fires down low. Crank converts another.
So many different goal scorers today for Montclair. Still a lot of time to add more to the score sheet. Driscoll fighting on the face-off, and he wins it. And they called a penalty on him. Looked like a bit of a holding. Not sure about it, but again, it's not that big of a deal at this point. Montclair could afford to miss out. Nick Perillo. Anthony DiGiacomo has to get something going here for the Devils, and that's not what you want. They have a turnover there. Montclair will take possession once again and work with the game clock. 6 minutes left to play. And Montclair, wow, what a pass from way behind from Jeff Felter. And another goal from the Redhawks. Darren Mayer once again. And what an absolute dime of a pass from Felter. It was like a quarterback throw.
Yeah, the deep range pass was what started it, and Mayer has been really phenomenal defensively, especially in that midfield, and to see offense out of him too has been really impressive.
13-1 lead for Montclair. 12-goal lead on the day. 6 minutes left to go. They're averaging roughly a goal a minute in the second period here.
Yeah, we were impressed with the first couple of minutes of that first quarter, but this second quarter may be one of the best quarters I've seen live, at least, of this Montclair State team.
It's just pure dominance. And coach has to be happy. Coach Matt Posque, 6th year as head coach. Played at the University of Virginia in Lacrosse, has some NCAA experience. 2-time All-American as a player. He's got to be happy of what he's built here at Montclair. And he's got a lot of work left to do, though. DeGenio lost it and picked it back up. And how about the hit? And, they're going to call a penalty on that. Good call there from the official. That'll be a little bit of unnecessary roughness on Will Ginch. He'll take a break on the side. But again, Jared DeGenio doing a good job trying to pick it back up.
That was a huge hit there. Montclair State still playing extremely physical, even with a huge lead.
Will Ginch finds himself in the penalty area for the second time of the day. But it's only due to his physical presence that he brings on the field that brought him there twice. I do love the physicality though in lacrosse. You gotta bring it. Bud Snyder over to Nicholas Perillo. FDU trying to get a goal here, trying to find their second goal of the day. Miscommunication on the pass, wide from Justin Perillo, and it'll be out of bounds. Montclair will keep it. Montclair back on the attack, trying to get another one. Cleary will just reset and take his time. He's got 65 seconds to work with on the shot clock.
And Montclair State has done it in different ways offensively today. They've used the shot clock to their advantage and really worked their passes around the defense and took their time, and they've also scored really quickly.
Lewandowski tried to do a spin and shoot. That one was going in, but a good block there from FDU's number 30, Aiden Bond.
Yeah, Lewandowski was running down the middle with a lot of pace. The spin move shot would have been really crazy.
Zachary Van Zyl led the attack for FDU. He's got it back. It went a little bit over his head. And
Yeah, that was great defense from Ethan Munier, getting his stick up and deflecting that one.
So a penalty's called again. Justin Perillo lost his stick there, and Montclair will take another seat in the penalty area. But again, I mean, just showing your presence on the defensive side, Montclair has done today the whole time. They're doing a good job. They're not letting FDU get a second goal. You're up by 12. You have 3:49 left to go in the second. And now just, keep it going. Push that momentum, and you're going to have to stack it up. You do play Scranton later in the week, or next week, that is. It's going to be a tough game. They're a good team to go against. So one game at a time, you got to take it. DeGenio at the top. Over to Nicholas Perillo. DeGenio shot. Bouncing wide, but again, another good shot. And Justin DeGenio, a little bit of flashbacks of what I saw from him at the high school level. He has a good shot. You give him room, he's going to take it. Shot coming again from FDU. Bud Schneider this time a little bit wide. And now you wonder, is FDU's offense going to wake up a bit? It looks like it's starting to.
Yeah, that's definitely encouraging for FDU. Schneider getting a good opportunity.
Another shot from Perillo, wide right.
Yeah, this is exactly what FDU needs to do. Just put shots and remain aggressive. They haven't been able to get too many shots off, and just taking them from that range, I'm okay with at this point.
The rain's starting to pick up here at Sprague Field. A little bit of a downpour now. Luckily for our broadcast booth, we're nice and dry in here.
Yes, we are. Thank you for that.
DeGenio trying to get something going. Shot, aimed for the top left corner, went wide left. And Jarrett DeGenio continues to try to create for the Devils. It just isn't enough. Shot clock went off there. Another change of possession, but I would say a good set from FDU.
Yeah, that was a much better possession. We've seen a lot of times FDU's just given it away or not even been able to fire off a shot, and to put up 3 in that sequence is encouraging.
Jeff Felter skies it over his teammate's head. Big hit there from Montclair. And they called a push on Verbuchen. I thought it was a clean attack there, clean hit, but referee saw something else, I guess. Shotwell on a breakaway. Over to William Bruges. Shot coming. And how about that save from Kenny Ferris? That was a great one. Used his leg there to keep it out of the net.
Yeah, that was classic foot save in goal. It's extremely difficult to do. I mean, the reaction timing required is just phenomenal.
And that ball is flying at you at an incredible rate. So hats off to Ferris. I will give him his credit. I won't blame him for all 12 goals. He has saved a lot more. It could be a lot worse here at Sprague. And another save there from Brandon Shervings. And that one was going to go in for FDU. That was going to the top left corner. Good play from both of these goalies so far. DiGiacomo on a breakaway. Bounce pass and goal. The Devils find themselves scoring goal number 2. 13-2 with 1:18 left to play. But Ryan, we saw the Devils build up on the attack last couple of minutes, and we saw them have success there.
Yeah, we did. DiGiacomo, first off, what a finish. The placement, top tier, second goal for FDU. And right now, FDU is starting to, again, at the end of the half, look a little stronger. It's just too late. They're turning on the pressure too late. But that goal started with defensive pressure. They forced a turnover on their side of the field, and it allowed for a great opportunity.
FDU looking to add to it. We see them wasting no time here. Nick Matthews. Another penalty. And, yep, so we'll see Jeff Felter take a break on the side because of the penalty flag. 58 seconds left to go in period number 2 here at Sprague. Quarter number 2. Montclair will have 62 seconds on the shot clock here. Or sorry, FDU will have 62 seconds on the shot clock to try to add to their goals here. They trailed by 11 goals. But last couple minutes they've woken up a good amount.
Yeah, they have, and if you can get another one here, I mean, cutting it to 10 isn't saying too much at this point, but if you can end the half with some momentum, that's all you can ask for at this point for FDU. Just get one, go into the half with 2 consecutive goals, you'll feel a little bit better about yourself. It's going to be tough, though, with this very extreme, this great defense.
Schneider swings it over. Awesome movement from the Devils. And going to be a penalty against Montclair. It'll stay with the Devils, but again, Patrick Bourque not allowing anything in that crease area.
Yeah, being disciplined in that middle is going to be key defensively for any team in lacrosse. It's a prime position to score goals.
DeGenio saw the pressure from behind and backed up before then. Bounce pass from him, a little bit wide right. Again, Jarrett DeGenio, though, continues to knock on that door. He really wants a goal today.
Yeah, he does, and he's one of their main offensive players, so he's going to have a lot more chances to do so. Here he is again.
DeGenio. Nice moves, but not enough for the Redhawks. And how about the poke there from Darren Mayer? Time expires. That'll be the end of the first half here from Sprague. Montclair comfortably leading 13-2, but it's been a good one here. Started off first quarter number 1, 4-1, and a lot of different scores here on the score sheet. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 different scores here with 13 goals on the board. Not a bad performance.
It's been a great team performance in the home opener of the 2024 season for Coach Pasque's crew. Offensively, it's been amazing. 13 goals and a half is astonishing. Defensively, they're playing physical. They're not allowing too many shots up. FD was able to pick it up in the shot department and at least get shots off as of late, but Montclair State dominating that area of things, 31 shots to 12. 18 shots on goal to 5. 5 saves for FDU, but that comes with just more shots. But one of the key things I'm still looking at is the face-off wins. And Montclair State, 11 out of 16 wins in that area, has really been able to allow them to control the pace and be on offense a lot more.
Yeah, it's going to need a lot more to change here for Montclair, or for FDU, that is, to come back into the game. But I'm going to give FDU their credit. At the end of the second, they really showed their own. Had a bunch of shots on net. Or not on net, but towards net, and a lot of successful attacks. They started to get their groove back a bit. I'm not sure if it's too late for them, but we'll find out in about 9 minutes. We're going to take a quick break here on the Red Hawk Sports Network here at halftime. Luke Sirianni, Ryan White, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for second half action. Back here on the Red Hawk Sports Network for second half action. Men's lacrosse, Montclair State versus FDU-Florham. If you're just joining us, welcome. I'm Luke Sirianni. Ryan White is alongside me. It's been all Montclair State in the first half. 13-2 lead. A lot of goal scorers here. Mayer has 2, Cleary has 2, Mornier has 2, Simons has 2, and then we have Crank with 1, Burge with 1, Lazar with 1, and Cooper with 1. It's been all Montclair State, Ryan.
It really has. It's been a complete performance offensively and defensively for this Montclair State team, and to do it in these conditions in the home opener has got to feel good, and they're really putting everything together today, and the scoreboard truly shows it.
Yeah, if you're not watching, the scoreboard's very self-explanatory. We know what's going on right now. Almost ready to kick off half number 2. It's going to be Montclair has a lot less at stake. Obviously, FDU has to do a lot more work to get back to where they are. But it all starts as soon as that ball drops, because the longer you wait for the Devils, the less of a chance you're going to have here. Montclair, if you're Montclair, keep doing the same thing you did in the first half. I don't think you have to change anything at all.
Yeah, 100%. Starts here with the face-off, obviously. Can FDU do something to change and really get the possession? It's going to be Nick Matthew for them at the midfield. And on the other side for Montclair State, Lucas Novak, who led the team in face-off wins last year for Montclair State. And Novak gets the job again.
Back here underway from Sprague, second half action. We're starting off with a Jack Cleary spin. Cleary working on the baseline, almost tried to walk it in. He got stopped. Shot coming, Crank a little bit high. Again, though, Montclair starting off right where they left off at the half. A little bit of a limp from Crank. Hope he's all right. I think he'll be good. Again, Cleary working behind the net. Jackson Simons. Simons down low, trying to shoot it. Almost snuck it in, right corner. Bounced wide.
Good opportunity early for the Redhawks. Simons didn't quite get the angle he needed. If he took another step or two, I think he would have had a better chance, but good opportunity nonetheless.
Cleary tried to sneak it in. Foot save from Ferris, and FDU continuing to almost concede another one. But again, Ferris isn't ready to let it happen. New goalie on FDU. So we have, it'll be in net for FDU. Get you that number in just a moment.
Ben Weintraub, number 44, I believe that is, in goal.
Yep, the sophomore out of Clark, New Jersey. Jack Cleary up at the top, sends it over to Evan Mornier. And Verbuchen behind the net. John Crank. Montclair really have nothing really to hurry up on here. They could take their time. Lewandowski over to Crank. Swings it around. Montclair doing laps around the goal now. Thirteen minutes left to go in period number 3. As the rain continues to escalate here. Good defense from FDU. Number 47, Tyler Perkins, kept it out.
Phenomenal defense for FDU to open this half, not allowing Montclair State to get a great opportunity of that one. And there was only 5 seconds left on the shot clock, but the Redhawks are right back at it after a forced turnover.
Cleary continuing to try to create something for the Redhawks. FDU is not making it easy for him, though. Jack Cleary, shot coming off the bar. And it'll go out of bounds, but again, Jack Cleary continues to try to create for Montclair.
He is. He's doing a phenomenal job at creating any sort of offense right now. At that time, sprinting to his right, trying to put up the shot. That's a tough one.
Mornier try to get it going, and Nick Matthews with the defense there. FDU is going to counter. Perkins poked away from Montclair. Again, the defense continues to show up well. we're going to see a whistle against the Redhawks here. Starting a downpour. 12 minutes left to go in quarter number 3. FDU's got to pick it up real soon here if they want to make a comeback or make it close. Ryan, we were told by one of the athletic guys, Pat Duffy, about the number 30 on Montclair State. Tell me a little bit about it.
For FDU, actually.
FDU.
Yeah, Jeff Eischen for FDU is being honored for this program, and every single game a new player is going to wear the iconic number 30. And for Montclair State, similar ordeal in its own way. The numbers 19 and 24, Jack Cleary, number 19, and Jeff Felter, number 24, are honoring former Montclair State coaches John Greco and Sean Back. And a couple of interesting facts honoring former coaches and former program legends.
Big time save there on a Cody Cooper shot from Ben Whitetrup's save on a Cody Cooper shot. But yeah, Ryan, I mean, it's nice to, very nice to keep the memories of coaches who are no longer around with the team. Of course, some of them being very important to their programs. And yeah, for Montclair Athletics, I mean, I didn't know that coach personally, but I'm sure he's very coached with Pasque and a lot of the alumni and maybe even the current players. So it's good to keep those guys in their memories and thoughts and, honor them by wearing their number on the field.
For sure, and it just shows the respect that you have as a program for who was before you and who really helped build things here to get where they are now.
Under 11 minutes left to go here at Sprague. We see a long pass out wide from Brandon Shervins. It went a little bit too far into the FDU bench. It'll be a turnover. And don't go anywhere after this game. Montclair State women's will be playing lacrosse against FDU. It's Matt Bruchet, and I forget who's on with him, but stay tuned for that one. It's going to be a good broadcast.
I believe it's Connor Cupin on with Matt Bruchet.
I think you're right. So get ready for that game. The women's team, too, look pretty good this year. And we'll see what they can bring here and stack it up. Hopefully after another men's win for Montclair. Hopefully a Montclair State sweep today. We'll find out. DeGenio swings it over to Nicholas Perillo. Perillo has a look, shooting. And they're going to call a goal. FDU scored by number 4, Nicholas Perillo. That was a great shot. And again, FDU continue to find ways to stay in the game somehow, some way.
Perillo has really impressed. He's got a lot of speed and running down that right-hand side to fire that shot. It went straight at the keeper in goal for Montclair State. However, the ball crossed that goal line right there and gets the third goal for FDU.
A little bit of a flinch there from the goalie Brandon Shervins, but I would do the same. That is a hard shot, and it was very close up to the net. So a near impossible save to make, honestly. How about the move there from Christian Shotwell, juking through 2, and now he's on a breakaway. Shotwell, Cleary. Wow, that was a great check, and he absolutely took off on that play.
That was phenomenal from Shotwell, and to be able to put the Jets on the start offense was impressive as well, but got to give credit to FDU for being able to stop that attack and getting back in time.
John Crank getting a lot of checks from FDU's Jack Van Zyl. He'll send it over to Carter Finan. William Bruge going through 2, 3, and a shot block from Steven Lutherner. That was a great defensive play there with the long stick. FDU sloppy passing, turning it over. Montclair will keep it right where they lost it. Montclair almost another goal, and awesome goalkeeping there from Weintraub. And it would have been an awesome goal for Cody Cooper. That could have been on the highlight reel.
It really could have. Cody Cooper was stumbling on his way in front of the goal and went for the circus shot almost over his head and not even looking at the goal. And it almost came true.
Zachary Van Zyl now at the 35. Working through 2, crossing half field. And he'll dump it over to Bud Schneider. To Giacomo. Thought about shooting it. He's going to bring it behind the goal now and wait for his teammates to come to it. And he plays it over to Nicholas Perillo. Jarrett DeGenio picks it up at the 40. FDU very comfortable for how many goals are down with the time factor, but maybe they got something planned. Nicholas Perillo through 1, has a chance, didn't shoot it, finds his teammate down low, and a little bit of an early shot from Bob Luchersky. It was a great cut off the ball though. William Burge over to Aiden Maxwell. Jack Cleary back to Maxwell. Maxwell on the baseline, and just pushing him away from the goal was Nicholas Perillo. That was a good defensive showing there. Could have been a near post goal potentially. Jack Cleary once again. I feel like he has it every 10 seconds. Cleary thought about it, pulls it behind the goal to John Crank. Montclair could work with the clock here. Maxwell over to Ethan Monier. Monier shooting wide over the top. But again, Montclair trying to get goal number 14 on the day.
Mournier, that was a rocket that he fired there. Too much under it, though, because he put it right over the bar.
Out of play. It'll stay with Montclair, though. And they got 16 seconds to work with here. Got to get a shot off before that clock goes off. Behind the goal, John Crank. Decent hit from FDU. The referee said it's all clean. He gets pushed as he passed it and hit a couple guys, ended up in the right spot. Shot clock violation went off, though. Good defensive group from FDU, keeping them out of the net and through the 80 seconds. And a whistle. It'll be a turnover. Montclair possession. William Burge crossing midfield, wasting no time. Crank on the outside. Has a tough angle at net. He's going to back it up and use the clock. 65 seconds left to work with and 6 minutes left to go in period number 3. Shot coming and a little bit wide. But Ethan Mounier almost put it in there for Montclair. A little bit wide right on the shot.
And that time Mounier mad at himself for missing that one. He was in a great spot to convert on that one. Right front and center. Was able to charge up his shot, just unable to convert. And that time Mounier off the post. 3 straight shots that he's barely missed.
Very close. And he almost had another goal on the day. But a good take from him, and FDU find themselves on the lucky half again. The rain still coming down here at Sprague, not stopping anyone here from playing good lacrosse. And that bounce pass, tough to recover because it's raining outside. Bud Schneider couldn't control that one. Montclair will take over. Jeff Felter.
It's been a much quieter third quarter compared to the first 2 that we saw coming out of that halftime break. Neither team has been able to break through.
Yeah, you're right. It's been a lot of goals. Second quarter had a ton of goals. Today, the third's been very silent. A lot of chances, but no scoring really, aside from 1 or 2 goals. And it's been good defensively from both teams. FDU stepped up defensively for sure. Montclair kept the same possession, and that would have been an awesome goal. Trying to bounce it over was Ryan Verbuchen, and it was a little bit too high. But again, that bounce has worked for them today.
Yeah, it was just that Perillo goal who scored on the goal line barely. But aside from that, it's been great defense from both sides.
Luis Azara outside. Finds Cody Cooper. Cooper. Lot of contact. And FDU continues to smother Montclair on defense. Is it too late, though? Verbuchen. Got through two, through one, and how about the save there from Ben Wartrub? That was incredible.
That was world class. To be able to save that point blank, unreal stuff.
Christian Shotwell wasting no time and absolutely laid out. That'll definitely be a penalty and a little bit of after the play roughness here. Got to keep it cool. That was a crazy hit, though.
It's getting feisty out here, and down 10 goals, you get hit like that. I don't blame you for kind of reacting in that way.
That was a shot, wasn't it?
But good thing the referee and teammates were able to get there in time. But Montclair State nonetheless converted. It was a great counterattack. Cleary got open right next to the goal and shot it really low in between Weintraub's legs.
Yeah, what's interesting, we'll see how the rest of the game shakes out. That was a big-time hit. We've seen a couple guys get absolutely laid out today. That's a game of lacrosse. It's physical.
It really is. It's you got the stick that you're able to defend with and make contact with as a defender, and you can also lay down your shoulder football style.
But, of course, a lot of hits today were not clean. We saw another penalty flag go against number 47, Tyler Perkins of FDU. You can't hit them in the head or chin. That is the rule book of the men's lacrosse, at least in the college rules. Under 4 minutes left to play. Referees are just having a discussion here. We're going to find out what the details are right now. But Montclair lead by 11. It's been all Montclair. If you're them, how are you going to wrap up the game here? What would you do the rest of the game to close it out in a good way?
I would keep the focus on defense and just really continue to not allow shots up and make that your primary goal. And then if you're Pasque with this lead and as we're approaching the final 15 minutes of the game, maybe you look to really give newcomers an experience and really see what you have for the rest of the season and for the coming games. But stick to the game plan. You have a huge cushion still with 18 and a half minutes left. It's going to take a miracle for FDU to come back in this one.
I agree with you there. Back at the middle of the field, we're going to start with a face-off here. The senior David Driscoll always does a good job with these. We'll see what he does now. A little bit of another stoppage play here. And the referee's taking their time to resume. Back live, and David Driscoll again, of course, winning the possession in the face-off. Good job from him. Senior from Bridgewater. He's going to be gone from Montclair after this year, but he has been very good for this athletic program. Number 45, Ada Maxwell, working down low. Shot coming, bounce pass, and another goal. That was Ryan Verbuchen once again adding another one to the score sheet. Montclair lead by 12.
Verbuchen, nice shot and accuracy down low off the bounce. Tough to stop there. Verbuchen getting another one today. And last year, Verbuchen was third on the team in assist, and he's the leading returner. So he's going to be key for their attack this year, and he's showing it today.
So that was the, I believe, third goal for Verbuchen. I think he has the hat trick complete. Four assists on the day, too. He's having himself a day. The overall leading, at least on the stat sheet, overall best performer today for me has been Verbuchen. Not a big shocker here. Started off with 5 goals in the first game, so, he continues to dominate for the Redhawks, and they're going to need him more throughout the year.
Yeah, he's going to be the main guy for the most part this year offensively for the Redhawks with the McCreary brothers gone, Joe Covino gone. There's a lot of room for new faces to really take over, but Verbuchen established himself last season as a primary option, and he's going to have a lot more on his shoulders this season.
He's only a sophomore, so he's got a lot of time to grow as a player. And I'm sure for Matt Posque and crew, it's got to be pretty exciting to have somebody like that for the future. Awesome passing from FDU. And another great save from Shevins. That was incredible. And a good shot from Anthony DiGiacomo. I can't blame him for that.
That was one of the most impressive attacks of the day for FDU, but Shevins with a amazing save.
Timeout from FDU, from Montclair actually, but what a save from Shevins. He's been incredible today in net. And actually all 3 goalies we've seen today, in my opinion, I've been very impressed. Currently for FDU, Ben Wentrob, he's been good today, sophomore goalie. But the guy that started the game, Kenny Ferris, I know he conceded a lot, but he saved a lot more goals. He had that 1-foot save early on in the first half, and a few more that could have made the game a lot uglier.
Yeah, he did. He did a great job at doing what he can, because Montclair State was getting into positions where it's almost impossible to save shots, and you can only do so much as a goalie at that point. But going back to that last sequence for FDU, that was a great attack. They were able to pass it back and forth up the field quickly, and it got to Anthony DiGiacomo, who was right in front of goal and caught it, turned, released it, but Shevins blocking it with his lacrosse stick was amazing.
Some of these goalies, I don't know how they do it. It's just the lacrosse ball is really small, and it's hard to see on a shot. On a full wind-up shot, a lot of these shots come firing at them. That one you could argue maybe was a little bit slower, but think about how close Anthony DiGiacomo was when he shot it, and Shevins with some great reaction time there to stop it. Montclair's goaltending continues. So 2:21 left to go in the third period. Last couple of minutes I've been dragging a bit, but it's just couple referee discussions, and I think one of the coaches now is having a talk with one of the officials on the field.
Couple of big hits, foul calls have disrupted the pace of play. 2 goals in this third quarter for Montclair State, 1 goal for FDU. Bit more even in the second half so far, but the first half was so dominating by Montclair State, it really gave FDU little chance in the second half.
Yeah, it's been slow for FDU. They have themselves 3 goals, but Montclair is 15, so it's not going to cut it for today. But you have this whole period to play, 2.5 left, roughly, and then you have the whole fourth quarter. So you never know. Just gotta really start getting goals on net soon. We've seen very big momentum shifts here in sports, so you never know what could happen. But it all starts with 1 goal, and you got to build up from one to the next one. You need a lot more though to catch up to the Redhawks here. Back here, resuming action at Sprague. Verbuchen trying to get goal number 4, and he fires it away. He's got it. Montclair 16-3, and Ryan Verbuchen right off the stoppage wanted another one. Got goal number 4.
You can't let Verbuchen run freely down the lane like that. Just giving him way too much space to operate on his own terms. He's able to just place his shot, cock it back, and deliver. Verbuchen has been masterful today.
He has. Montclair lead by 13 goals. I think they have the game in hand here. And just to go back to FDU a bit, they lost 22-1 in their previous game. They're on pace to let up as many goals as they did in the previous game. You never know what could happen. They only scored 1 goal though in the last game. They're something better. They have 3 today. They could have a couple more if Shevins wasn't such a great goalie for Montclair. So there are some positives you could take away, but I think the defensive part for FDU just has to be a whole lot better.
Yeah, I think you hit it spot on. The defensive pressure has to be better. The urgency has to be better. And just being able to win your 1v1 matchups.
Another goal from Montclair State. That time by number 34, Luis Azara gets another goal on the score sheet. He continues to have success. The sophomore from Hopewell Valley, New Jersey, gets another one on the score sheet. And for Azara, that was his second goal of the day. So everybody getting multiple goals here from Montclair State.
And just as I was saying, FDU needed to do a better job at playing 1v1 defense. Azara blows past a defender and gets another opportunity. It's been a really great performance for Montclair State. They're opening the season off really well.
Nick Matthew won the face-off against Driscoll that time. And some substitutions will come on for Montclair. Darren Mayer with the long stick will send it over. Never mind, he keeps it. Will Ginch back into the game. And we see the first of Andrew Konevsky, who has the ball right now. Evan Mornier over to Cleary. Jack Cleary, nice screen from his teammate. It didn't work too far for him, though. 1 minute left to go in quarter number 3. Brandon Lewandowski on the outside.
Game clock and shot clock are near identical. Just about a second separates them. Montclair State can bring this down all the way if they want, but that turnover is not going to allow that.
For Buchan, try to find Cleary. He was open in front of goal, but a little bit wide on the pass. .27 seconds left to go. FDU got to get something going on the last possession here. Clock's still going to tick. Under 20. Montclair have it again. A little bit wide from John Crank. Verbuchen missed that pass. And it'll go right back to the Devils. This will be the last play of the half, I think. 12 seconds to go. Ben Weitrub has it now. Jarrett DeGenio on the outside at the 20. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter here. Montclair continue their success. 17-3, leading by 14 goals. And another dominant period from Matt Poske's squad.
Yeah, it was. A lot of that third quarter was evenly matched. It was 1-1 in terms of goals on each side so throughout a portion of it. But Montclair State ended up winning it 4-1 in terms of just that quarter. But the Red Hawks are more than tripling the total number of shots that FDU-Florham has put up today. And the pure dominance on that side of things is really showing off today. 26 turnovers for FDU-Florham. It really has just been all Red Hawks this afternoon.
How about the shot difference on the stat sheet here? Montclair so far 46 shots to FDU's 14. It's not even close, to be honest with you. And that has to be better for FDU. They've had their fair share of shots, but most of the time not on target. Just you gotta get something going here. You need a miracle in the fourth quarter. 14 goals is not possible, I don't think, but at least for FDU, play really hard in this quarter and move on in a good way. You know, for FDU looking forward, you're gonna be starting off 0-3. You're going to be playing Hartford College away on the road, and then you're back at home against Immaculata University. But you got to look forward to Wednesday's game now. You go on the road. The road trip continues for the Devils. You got to stack up the first one of the year. You don't want to start off 0-4.
Yeah, and FDU started to see a few things come together. The offense had a couple nice moments. The defense has done a lot better, especially compared to that second quarter. For the majority of the game, but it's been a rough start to the season, so there's a lot of room for improvement for this program.
Another whistle. Montclair will get it. It's a turnover. Struggles for FDU continue. No, sorry, it's a timeout from FDU. So they're going to have a little bit of a meet-up here. We'll look ahead real quick for Montclair State. They're going to be away against University of Scranton on Wednesday. That's a good team to play. I have a couple buddies on that team, so that'll be interesting to watch. I'll probably tune into that one. And then they play here at Sprague the following Wednesday against Maritime College at 5 o'clock. So Montclair look to continue the undefeated streak here. They're going to be 2-0 after today. And as of now, in 2 games, we still have a whole quarter left to go, but 2 games, they've scored 33 goals. Not a bad tally at all.
That's a lot of offense, and if Montclair State can keep that pace going, it's going to be very tough to beat them. And it's a tough conference, too. I mean, we mentioned earlier Salisbury, the defending national champions. Christopher Newport is always a powerhouse when it comes to lacrosse. Stockton and Kane are tough. You've got even a new team joining the conference, Warren Wilson. So it's a tough conference, but Montclair State's opening the season really strong.
They are. They look good. It's going to be an interesting season. I think they definitely envision playoffs in mind. They could probably win their conference too. We'll see what happens, but a lot of lacrosse left to go before we get to playoff action. FDU number 8, Justin Perillo, just lost his footing there. And good cleanup there from DeGenio to keep it. 14 left to play in the 4th. 14 minutes left in the game. Nicholas Perillo tried to shoot and almost ricocheted off of Jeff Felter into the net. Didn't happen, though.
Yeah, that time just unable to get the angle for the shot. If you're able to take a couple more steps to center yourself, you might have a better look there.
Will Ginch over. Another shot coming and another goal for the Redhawks. Ryan Verbuchen, goal number 5 on the day. Montclair lead 18-3.
5 goals last Saturday, another 5 goals this Saturday today. Ryan Verbuchen is showcasing his talent in a huge way early this year. 10 goals already.
He's on a roll. He's going to be the guy to stop for the Redhawks if you're the opponent. And it's got to be hard for FDU to keep their head in the game now, I'm sure.
Yeah, 100%. 15 goal lead now, 13 and a half left.
And David Driscoll got lit up, but we see the flag come out. The ref, that was right in front of the official. So Driscoll will take a break on the outside. $13 and a half left to play here at Sprague. Montclair definitely have this one in hand, I would say, bearing a lottery miracle. So for FDU-Florham, they're going to have to get on the bus after this on a rainy Saturday, head back to campus. Montclair, we're at home. You got to stay right here with a nice W, I think, to celebrate on a Saturday.
It's big, and getting that first one, especially at home, or it's a second win, but the first win at home in front of your fans at your campus has got to feel great too. Assuming the score stays similar.
I think on Montclair's end they're going to add more goals, but for FDU it might stay similar. I can see them grabbing a goal or two before the game ends, but right now it seems like FDU is somewhat checked out, I would think, but I understand it's a tough game to play in right now. To be down 15, it's no fun. And you're going to be starting off 0-3 on the year now in 2024. Something's got to give. Back here again, Montclair start with it. Verbuchen on the outside at the 20. Flips it over to Lewandowski. Carter Finan. Jack Cleary. A lot of movement from Montclair behind the goal. Awesome passing. Another shot wide. Or not wide, a little too high from Cleary. And he tried to do a little catch and shoot there.
Yeah, that really was great passing from Montclair State. Just pinging the ball all around. It's like they know exactly what move their teammate's going to do. They know what positions they're going to be in.
And another goal for Montclair State. That was incredible. For goal number 6 on the day.
That was crazy. Verbuchen
Behind
looked
the
like he went
back.
behind the back.
Sports Center top 10. Watch out.
That was insane. Just as we were talking about the passing and how much of a machine that sequence really looked, Verbuchen gets wide open and finishes in style. 6 goals today for Verbuchen. He's having fun today.
He's loving it on the sideline, too. His teammates are enjoying that one. That goal was incredible.
You're going to see that one on the highlight reel for Verbuchen for a while. That's similar to almost like a back heel in soccer. You're just not expecting the shot to come from that angle or that spot.
And it's not easy to pull off either.
Nah.
FDU on a breakaway. Van Zyl has it. Still has it with the long stick. Tried to bounce it and didn't go in his favor there. That's tough, though, with that long stick to bounce a shot.
Yeah, Van Zyl in good position. Just got too much on top of that one and spiked it in front of the goalie. He's going to want that one back.
And wow, almost an amazing goal. A little wraparound from DeGenio. But another great stop from Montclair's goalie, Owen Torre, who's just got subbed in, actually.
Yeah, Dugenio has definitely been a bright spot for FDU. That was almost a wonderful make there, getting hit as he shot.
Jack Cleary, double teamed, but he doesn't want to give it up. Swings it over to Jackson Simons back into the game. Had a great first quarter for Montclair State, scoring 2 goals. Back to Cleary, who's at the 20. Cleary, bounce shot, wide left. That was a close one. Sean Ford into the game for the Redhawks. There, you saw him there on the ball. William Burge. Aiden Maxwell on it now. Trying to sneak it in. Triple teamed. Ball's loose. Another hit from Montclair. And FDU find themselves with the possession here. Nicholas Perillo on the breakaway. Passes the 50 to the 40. Snyder behind the net where DiGiamaco is there to receive. Justin Perillo at the 30. Now Jarrett DePerenio. FDU, could they keep it in? They do on the possession there, but good defense from Jeff Felter to keep that one out. 10.5 left to go here in the game. FDU have it on the offense. We'll see if they can get goal number 4. Shot coming, and another save from Owen Torre, the junior goalie from Hightown, New Jersey. Went to Notre Dame High School, and that's a pretty save.
Yeah, that was a great save, and he got the start last week in the win against Penn College and put up 12 saves.
Montclair get goal number 20 on the day. And the first goal of the day for the freshman, Sean Ford. Awesome movement from the Redhawks and an assist from Carter Finan. It's been an all-out performance today from the Redhawks, and they're just unstoppable right now.
Yeah.
Continue to stack up goals.
Yeah, they really are. This offense is scoring in so many different ways with so many different players. You now see a freshman getting probably his first goal in his collegiate career. We can fact check that real quick, but we talked about it earlier. Pasque is able to really see what he has with this team, especially with the new faces now, with this huge lead and 10 minutes left. Ford getting an impressive goal.
FDU will start with it. Down by 17 goals. 20-3 Montclair lead. And Patrick Kenny lost his footing in the rain. Sean Stevenson into the game. Almost everyone making their way in for the Redhawks today. Like we mentioned, you gotta give everybody some experience now. The game is absolutely over. So Ryan Brown to the middle. Good pass, and shot's a little bit high from Sean Ford, but I like the idea. He did have a lot of pressure on him with the defenders there.
Yeah, so congrats to freshman Sean Ford for scoring his first collegiate goal for Montclair State. Second game of the season as a freshman. That's got to feel good.
The Devils bringing some fresh legs here with 9 minutes left to go in the game. Montclair will start with it. FDU has to lock up on defense here. Lewandowski over to Konutsky. Passes wide. Sean Ford's chasing, and he picks it up. Behind the goals, Ryan Brown, the goal scorer. Another shot and a good save. Andrew Konutsky couldn't get past number 32, Kenny Forrest, who's back into the game for the Devils. He's had a good day. Konutsky. And a very high shot from Sebastian Granzano. Again, these aren't the starters for Montclair. These are guys that don't play as much, or rotation players. A lot of them are there for the future, for next year maybe. And we see there too, into the game, who checked in today, Ryan Harper, one of my high school buddies. Good to see him, sophomore from Bridgewater. Montclair just, Coach Pasquet putting everybody in, giving them that experience that they deserve.
Yeah, they are. And when you're able to put up this dominant of a performance, that's one of the pluses that you have as a team. And with it being early, it gives Pasquet, we've mentioned it a couple times now, but a great look at what he has in real game time action. I mean, they've had weeks of practice to be able to see what certain players have at the college level, but it's a completely different story in game, live action. And a couple of freshmen here and new faces have a chance to impress early on.
They do. Time to make their impression, right? They have, we have us broadcasting them, so they got a little bit of a spotlight. And then, of course, for especially your own coaching staff, you want to impress them. Get this. If you play well here, you might get more game time down the road, and it's good for freshmen that maybe aren't too ready to play or too ready to be a starter. But again, now's the time to prove yourself. Whatever the coach thinks of you right now, if you're on the field, you could change his opinion real quick.
Definitely.
For the good or for the bad. Lewandowski. Henry Nordstrom into the game for Montclair. Another freshman making his way on the field. Here's Nordstrom at the 30. Montclair playing a little bit of a hot potato with the ball. Nice movement from the Redhawks, and Ryan Brown was blocked at the net. FDU going to try to get something going here. Tyler Perkins down the sideline. A lot of pressure coming from him. He's got to get it off. He does. Nick Matthew is there to receive. DeGenio to the 20. Past the 10. Takes a lap around the goal. And he's poked away. Never mind. He keeps it, and he resets to Bud Schneider. Back to DeGenio. Baseline spinning. And he's going to send it right back. 7 minutes left to play here in the game from Sprague. Good defense from Montclair. You saw Will Ginch push him out a little wider. Rob Lucheski behind the net. Bud Schneider. A lot of movement from the Devils. Schneider shooting. And a great save again from the junior goalie, Owen Teray.
Yeah, Snyder had a nice opportunity. Was able to put a great shot attempt on goal, but Torrey is there for the save. And Torrey started last week, got 12 saves, so it's got to be nice to be confident in two different goalies, to be able to start in different games and put up great performances, each of them.
So now we have Anthony DiGiacomo behind the net. Going to try to get something going here for the Devils. Still chasing that fourth goal of the day. Montclair got to the big 20 on the board. Luke Duggan pushed away from the Redhawks. And they're going to say it'll stay here with the Devils on a penalty. Justin Perillo plays it to the middle. And DeGenio couldn't control it.
That was a good opportunity from two of their top players, DeGenio and Perillo. You mentioned it, though. DeGenio unable to make the catch.
Ball's loose. Now we see a little bit of a field hockey type of play here from the Devils. Didn't get past Montclair, though. Ryan Brown behind the net. Double teamed by the Devils. Still running like crazy. And he soars it over his teammate's head. It will be a turnover. But again, Montclair, very promising from their younger guys.
Yeah, they have. They've impressed defensively, especially just not allowing FDU to gain any sort of momentum against them. Offensively, production hasn't been as strong, but that's what comes with seeing new guys together.
Again, if you're still with us, we want to thank you for joining us here. Another shot from the Devils. DiGiacomo couldn't get it in. It was almost goal number 4 for the Devils, but another save there from Teray. And he's had 4 or 5 crucial saves, I would say. I mean, you could argue this because of the score, they're not crucial, but I would say very difficult plays.
Yeah, and to be down or to be up 17, it's definitely going to be hard sometimes to really lock in and, have that kind of grind to really want to finish the game off. But Torrey doing a great job to come in when he's called on and put together a nice sequence.
Luis Cesaro is going to take his time. Montclair's got 50 seconds on the shot clock to work with here. I think they're going to use time to their advantage. Brandon Lewandowski receives at the 32. Cuts in, and another good save from the starting goalie of the day, Kenny Ferris. Lewandowski wanted to get on the scoreboard there. Yeah, he did have one goal in the opening game.
He was close, too, going near post. Almost squeezed it inside there.
FDU couldn't control. Van Zyl will turn it over to the Montclair State here. 4 minutes left to go. The rain's still coming down here. Henry Nordstrom, the freshman, on it now. Swings it over to Lewandowski. Sebastian Granziano. Henry Nordstrom at the 20, takes a shot. It goes wide left. And almost in the back of the goal to receive it was Sean Ford, but that is a tough play to pick it up. Back to Ford. Drops it off. Shot coming. Goal number 21 has officially happened. Luis Azara secures the hat trick on the day. And Montclair lead 21-3. All Montclair State so far.
And they just keep pouring it on, just like this rain is today on campus. Montclair State has all but done it here. Only 3 minutes left. They're just adding to the score and basically stat padding at this point.
3 minutes left to go. And David Driscoll wins the faceoff and is taking off for the Redhawks. Montclair go again. Bounce pass. Good save from Ferris. Tyler Perkins down the sideline. He's got a lot of room to work with. About 30 yards. Tristan Newhorse into the game. Almost collided with DeGenio. So Montclair get to the 21 mark. Will that be it, or will they get to 22? We'll find out in 2 minutes and 45 seconds if they do. Nicholas Perillo at the 35. Plays it to Jarrett DeGenio. Tries to juke and is boxed out from Montclair with that great defensive play. FDU almost snuck it in there. That was Bud Schneider over to Rob Lucchesi. He tried to bounce it in the top right corner. It missed by inches.
Yeah, that was one of their better attacks as well. Lucchese getting into the middle, and he just didn't have the accuracy on the end of that shot.
Bud Snyder. And a good hit there for Montclair. They're going to call a penalty, though. Play will continue.
LaMarca for the Redhawks, putting his shoulder down and letting Lucchese feel that one.
And a good save following that penalty. Gianni Granziano with the stick save. Montclair, it doesn't seem to matter who's in goal for them. They do a good job keeping it out. They've had a couple good goaltenders.
Yeah, they have, and it's got to give Coach Pasquet and this team a lot of confidence moving forward that you have two guys who can really – that you can trust back there. Really three guys that we've seen with now Graziano, who's only a freshman.
So again, don't go anywhere. We're gonna have the women's lacrosse starting at 2 o'clock here at Sprague at home. So tune into them, support if you'd like. Nick Perillo at the 25 plays to DeGenio. Jared DeGenio side shot, little high. Again, aiming for that top right corner. It looked like, and his struggles continue today. He's had a good game. It's just on the scoring front, he couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, and he's had some opportunities to do so.
Awesome save from on a Schneider shot. Saving it was number 9 Gianni Granzano. Again, he's been good. He's been pretty good today. Very impressive for me, at least, as a freshman against a team that's letting up a lot of shots. It's been pretty impressive from. And he's been pretty good today, in my opinion. I'll give him his flowers.
He has. 1 minute of play left here at Sprague.
So Montclair continue the undefeated streak. They'll be 2-0. I know you could say it's only 2 games, but almost went in off the post there on a shot from William Bruch. But yeah, 2-0 on the season for Montclair. Got to be very happy with this result here.
Yes, they do, and to do it in blowout fashion in both games says a lot about where this team is right now. 2 out-of-conference games, yes, but they've dominated the competition. 21-3 today, 16-6 last Saturday. It's been a great start for Pasquet's squad so far.
Shot coming again. Granziano, amazing save. The freshman is really hopefully opening up some eyes here.
Dropping down to his knees on that one and catching it.
7 seconds to go. It's going to be the final play of the game here. Sebastian Graziano picks it up, and that will do it here at Sprague Field. Montclair State comfortably winning their home opener here for the 2024 season, 21-3 against the FDU Devils. Not much of a competition here. The Redhawks through 2 games average 18.5 goals this year. That is an incredible stat.
Yeah, that really is, and it started in minute 1. I mean, Montclair State got the lead early and never even thought about looking back. I mean, explosive first quarter, even more explosive 8-goal quarter in number 2. Slowed down a little bit in the second half, but there was no need. There was no need, and FDU was so far behind that it kind of had to happen that way. But Montclair State, just to look at the numbers, 60 shots to 25, more than double that. Ground balls was even. Shots on goal, 33 for Montclair State, 13 for FDU, and it was really a collective team performance all around.
And my player of the game is Ryan Verbuchen. He had 5 goals in the first game. Guess what? He had another 5 today. 10 goals on the year, 4 assists on the day today. The guy is going to be a force to reckon with throughout the conference here this year. Also, Azara with the hat trick. 8 goals between just 2 guys. Montclair just absolutely all-around performance. They're going to be heading on the road to Scranton once again, undefeated. And then FDU, polar opposite, 0-3, going to be on the road to Harvard for college. For the Red Hawk Sports Network, that'll do it today. Luke Sirianni, Ryan White, we want to thank you for joining us. And, yeah, have a good one.